I don't know what to say or where to begin. I'm in Breetown Auction Hall. I guess, yeah. We are, it's the last few hours I'll be able to log on to this server. And yeah, I guess I'll go out into Bree. This is a terrible voiceover. I probably won't even post this anywhere. I just wanted to remember a bit, I guess. I got my chicken. That's something. When did I play this game? I played this game... Well... I have the 7-year frame. I think if you skip the anniversary event certain years, you don't get all the frames for the years you've been playing. I feel like I started playing this game like 10 years ago. Maybe that was a different character. I don't remember. I can tap over to Discord real quick and see. Yeah, no, because I made my Discord to join my friend's Discord server that I met in this game after a bit of time of playing. And I made my Discord in 2016. It is 2025, so it's been roughly 9 years. And I haven't really played this game in probably about 5. That sounds about right. Maybe a bit longer. My friends stopped playing before I did, and I kind of held out. I had like one friend that still kind of played, but they were always much more serious and did like actual raiding, and I played a lot, but I was always very casual, I guess. I just loved doing the festivals and the quests and leveling my character. Getting goofy ass cosmetics like this server platter shield and this tankard. My chicken egg nest hat, my little backpack. I just love being in the world. And the world's still gonna be here, it just won't be on the server that I played on and met my friends who got me through a really difficult period in my life. And also helped me get sober in the process. Like a family member died, and I was in my first term at college. I went back to school a bit older after dropping out of high school, and right before finals during my first term at college, a family member died, and it wasn't sudden. It was just a little bit ahead of schedule, I guess you could say. And I still had to like wrap up the term and get through shit, and my family very kindly postponed the memorial until after my finals. I was too fucked up to write one of my finals, and I flunked that course because I didn't sit the final exam. So that was cool. My instructor at the time tried to go to bat for me. Help me get something called aggregat, which is just like your grade is just based on everything else set for the final or something. I can't remember now. I didn't get it. Basically, if you're in college, even if shit hits the fan and you still want to pass, just sit the final. Even if you flunk the final, just write the final, because if you don't write the final, you won't pass. Oh, there's a message. This world will close on August 31st, 2025. Please transfer your characters to one of our 64-bit worlds before that date to continue playing. That is today. I have until 11:59 p.m. Eastern. It is 6:15 p.m. Eastern, not for me, but that's what time it is in Eastern land. I think I'm just gonna ride my horse to the Shire and yap. I don't know. What was auto run? Was it Numlock? It was. It's funny, after all this time I still remember the auto run, but I did sync, like, I don't know. I could check Steam, but it's like between like 2,000 and 2,500 hours into this game, at least when I was playing through Steam. I think I played before for a bit, not through Steam at one point. Probably at a couple different points in my life. Yeah, anyways. So that happened. Family member died. I was trying to get through my last term of college, and I wanted to hide away, and so I did. I moved in with my partner, and I just hid away in our room. I made like a blanket fort around our bed. I like pinned up sheets to the ceiling, so I was like hiding within the fort within our room whenever I wasn't like at school writing an exam, I guess. It's all kind of a blur at this point, and I hid away, and I just played this game. And I think I took this summer off because I would go to school throughout the year, just like spring term, summer term, fall term, sort of mature student life, I guess. And yeah, I don't know. I visited my hometown for the memorial stuff, spent time with my family, went back home where I was living. Like, again, I've been like, you know, went back as a quote-unquote mature student, so I was properly living on my own from my hometown and had been for years already. Anyway, yeah, I just played this game. I played this game nonstop like crazy for like 2 years at least. And apologies if you can hear the TV upstairs. What was I saying? I don't know. Like, that 6 months though, and I did it, and you know, the instructor that tried to help me get a passing grade for that course where I didn't write the exam, I ended up taking like a bunch of more courses from him, and I switched my major because the way he taught things, I don't know, it left an impression. It became my major, ended up getting a full-fledged degree in it. I integrated my love for this game in with what I was studying. I wrote like a paper about this game at one point. Now my cat's gonna be crying because it's close to lunchtime, but we're almost in the Shire. I will stop and drink some coffee. This game just means a lot to me. It is weird because my character will still be around, the world will still be around, but like the server I played on with my friends who, yeah, helped me get through that difficult time. And then I started playing this game more than going out, and then I had been trying to cut down or like quit drinking for like years, and I don't know if it was the shock of losing that family member or just finally developing hobbies outside of drinking for the first time since I started drinking. Ooh. This music, dude. Anyways, I quit drinking. My horse is drunk. My character is like carrying around a tankard. And I still love doing all the in-league challenges and everything. I love getting drunk in video games, but I myself have not had a drop to drink in like 8 years. And that does correspond with me playing this game, so it helped me grieve and it helped me get sober. Which is kind of wild. This game actually changed my life, and people say that, but like... I actually experienced that. I don't know. And nobody gives a shit about this game. I mean, that's not true. People who still play this game and people who have played this game for like more than passively do and did give a shit about this game. I know my one friend that I met on here, the character I met him on, I didn't realize he had been playing on that character since childhood, and he's quite a bit older than me. Like, he played when this game first came out. I don't know, man. It was really sad for me when people lost interest in this game and didn't want to keep playing, and that happens with games, it's normal. I had it in my head at a certain point that we'd all just be playing this game together forever because why wouldn't we? I think it was around the time that Mortar came out that my friends fell off, and I got to Mortar and I didn't have anyone to play with, and it was really hard to solo, at least when it first came out. You really needed a group of people to play with, at least me playing on Minstrel, very squishy class. And so I never really progressed very far into Mordor. And it was a bit disheartening not having folks to play with and being too nervous or not really interested in making new friends. Wooden Gate, does this lead somewhere? I have to have permission to use that. Interesting. I can go through here. I guess it could be for a quest. Some brigands here. I guess old Odo isn't around no more. It's his leaf farm, but anyways. What about this door? Don't have permission to use that. Okay. Alright, maybe I will look at a map now. Hi, Blushum. Cat is here. West, then north, then west. Probably could have just kept going. Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to log on again before I transfer all my characters over and reminisce with someone who I guess is myself. I reached out to some of my other old friends that I played with and let them know the servers were shutting down, but they haven't played in so long. It's probably just like, I don't think they'll ever play again. So why would they care about transferring their characters? And I probably won't ever seriously play again, but for the reasons I previously stated, this game will always have a special place in my heart, and I don't like when things end. I've always had a difficult time with that. I don't like finishing games. I don't like I wouldn't finish books back when I used to read books because I didn't want the book to be over. I didn't want the story to be over. I didn't like things coming to a conclusion. I think my favorite story in Lotro was my one friend, the one that was into raiding and stuff. They were venting to me about how someone they raided with was just like being such an asshole over some bracelet that dropped that, I don't know, was supposed to go to them or they wanted it or something, but it ended up going to my friend. And of course with raid loot and stuff in these games, it's like bound, so like once someone gets it, you can't just like hand it over. Anyway, They were just being an unreasonable dick about it. And so I went to bat for my friend in my own special, unique way, which was I went down to... where was it? Must have been Bywater. We can go there right now, because this is also where I met my other friend. The one who's been playing on the same character since he was like a kid, since like the game came out. Yeah, one of these festivals is on. I don't know which one, spring, summer, farmers, one of them. Whichever one actually has stuff going on down at the lake. So this might even be the right time of year for it. There's the lake, yep. So this is where it was. Hop over this little fence, and it is the right time of year. The quests are happening. They're like fishing quests or something. So yeah, I came down here, and there was lots of people around in the area. And I get everyone to come down here, and I was giving out fishing poles that I crafted, and pipeweed that I crafted, and beer that I bought, and I was just getting everyone to fish. And then I would tell them to send their fish in the mail to the username of my friend's nemesis. The dude was giving me a hard time about braces, and so I was just like, yeah, send all your fish here, because they were asking me, what do I do with the fish after? And so I roped all these random people into fishing through bribery of fishing poles and pipeweed and beer, and then my one friend showed up, what became one of my oldest friends online, and he had fireworks, and he was fishing for a long ass time, and he was very into whatever the fuck I was doing, and nobody knew that I was doing it to troll this dude. But I got enough people to send him fish, because you didn't need to, I don't know if it still works this way, but you didn't need to be friends with someone. You could just send mail to whoever. To the point where they're like, oh, I can't send anymore. I can't send fish. It says the person's mailbox is full. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I got the names of his alts. And then I started getting them to send fish to his alts. And so, and this dude didn't know me. These people weren't saying, Charp sent me, that's my character's name. They were just sending him fish. Because that's what was happening. And I think we filled up at least his main character and one of his alts mailbox full of fish, and he fucking lost it in global chat. He's like, who the fuck is sending me all this fish? And he couldn't pinpoint it because it was all random people sending him fish, and he wasn't like, I think he thought it was just one person and all of their alts. It was just a billion different people sending him fucking fish. And just, I don't know, I was a dick. I thought it was funny. I wanted to get back on it at him for my friend. Sadly, me and that friend don't talk anymore, but I don't know. At least I know I came through for them at least once, you know? In a really stupid, childish way, where I filled a dude's mailboxes full of fish, and he would just have to like manually clear them out. And it's just so much fish. And it was right here. And then I came up with the Book of Fish, the Cult of the Fish, started a fishing cult. I don't know if that started then. It might have. Let's see, biography. Oh my god. Yep. I guess I can read this out. In the name of the friendship of the fish, the chips, and the queasy goose. And this friend that I don't talk to anymore helped me write a lot of this from what I remember. I bestow upon you the esoteric and mercurial salutations of the watery wake. The Book of Fish, verse 1. Gokratis tells you, may the fish lighten your way in the darkness. He works in the darkness, serves light. You tell Gokratos, swims in the water. You tell Gokratis, amen. Gokratis tells you, amen. Tip the middle side clockwise, sorry, verse 3. It's been a long time since I've done a sermon. Put the water everywhere. Toe has acquired the rusted scimitar. Toe has acquired the rusted scimitar. Like in the movie. This is nonsensical and it's supposed to be, but It was a time. Verse 4. The fish extinguished the flames of our chit with his watery breath in the beginning. I sent in a ticket, asking how to send in a ticket. Lol. Fyodor has come online. And then the fish was strong. Your friend Fyodor has come online. Verse 5. Fyodor says, I am taketh from the fish, I am giveth to the goat, for the fish wills it, for the ghost asks for it. That is due. That is the Book of Fish, and I think the Book of Fish also originated during this festival at this pond where I was getting randoms to sell that dude fish, send that dude fish. I can't talk. And yep. I don't know what else to do. I just wanted to record this as like a diary entry to myself, probably, as if I was talking to another person. And I guess, I don't know, I feel weird. I'm gonna log out. Maybe. Transfer my characters, maybe. Or maybe just run around and not talk to myself and not record. Or maybe just record and not talk to myself. This is weird. Okay. It's me again. I've just been sitting here at the party tree in Hobbiton for a bit. I went and got up and fed my cats and went to the bathroom, and I came back and everything feels very still. I feel like the word liminality is overused these days. It's not like it gets used for dead shopping malls or what's it called, the back rooms. It's not just empty spaces. Liminality describes transition. It's the space, the temporary, I guess, open space between one thing and another. And it's that awkward sort of transitory space where you're still 1 foot in one world and 1 foot in another, but it's like a transformation, I guess. It's a weird one. There's a lot of different ways you can play with it, and I guess an empty shopping mall. The dragon's going by. So cool. Oh my god, that's another player. Hold on. I have to run down and say hi. Because I was just talking about how emptiness and transition and how I was gonna relate that to this experience, but there's another fucking guy. See if they talk to me. Doc Bond. Imagine. You're the last person on Earth. You're the last person on the server. And someone still doesn't engage with you. Harsh. I guess some people don't play this game to socialize. It's just me and you left Dock Pond. But you really just want to do these quests before time is up, I guess. I wonder if the fair ends at the same time the server shuts down. That would be funny. Oh. Nope, you're just gonna run right past me? Okay. I have half mind to invite him to a party and see if he has a mic, because this game weirdly has voice chat built into the party feature. But no. He's gone. Well, that was... yeah. You're the last person on Earth. You run into the other last person on Earth, and one of you chooses to engage, and the other one just dips. That's fine. I'll go back to sitting on the hill. That's fucking wild, but yeah. Totally lost my train of thought. Just because I saw another player and I got really excited, but me and Dock Pond were not meant to be, just two ships passing in the dark night. Here he comes again. Maybe you just didn't see my message. Maybe he's just trying to say goodbye like I am. It seems like he's just questing. This dude's just acting like the world isn't ending. Because I guess technically the world isn't just this server. And then he pops out of you. That's funny. We all cope in different ways. Maybe this means nothing to him. Maybe he doesn't even realize the servers are shutting down. Just going about his business. And I'm just having a fucking moment. It's just like when you had like such a shit day and you're on the bus or something and you're just like, wow, I had such a shit day, I'm so special because I had such a shit day. But then you look around on the bus, it's like good chance that most everyone else on the bus had a shit day, or maybe a normal day, or maybe a good day. We're all just going through it and there's no fucking way to tell, because we're all just here and alive until we're not. And everyone just looks at the world so differently and has had such different experiences and experiences things so differently. You can't get mad at people for that. Even if it makes you feel alone. But it shouldn't. Because we're all going through it in our myriad of different ways, and some of us really fucking struggle to talk, and I started recording again because I felt like I had something cool to say, or something to say, or I just wanted to talk again, but yeah, I got nothing. So I'll probably just stop talking again and just sit here until the fireworks start going off again, and yep. Just sit and watch and listen. Okay. Bye again. Nobody. Somebody, maybe. Me. Goodbye, Brandywine. So long, and thanks for all the fish.